feeling sassy today. There's a bug on the window. Ew. Hey guys, so I have finally started the renovations behind me as far as getting it more aesthetically pleasing and getting the room the way I want it to. But in the meantime, I have been playing around a lot with new eye colors for this fall. I have always preached that in the fall you see more warm tones. Everything gets a little deeper. Our eyes get a little deeper. We kind of start exploring a little bit more with like a deeper lip. So I was in desperate need of picking things up the other day, and I popped into Ulta, and this caught my eye. I mean, the packaging alone is like super pretty, but when I opened it up, hello, all the colors that I tend to gravitate to in one palette. Now there was a lip color in there, but it's not there. So this is the Melissa Michelle palette. She's actually a YouTube vlogger. So I do love this palette. I love the golds, I love the red tones, the orangey tones, the purpley tones, and of course the brown tones, which is like my go-to every day. I'm so like normal, like when it comes to stuff like that. Like I just pick the same colors each time, but look at that color. And then you have your highlights and you have your blush all in one. And of course the lip gloss that I took out. But, and of course this fancy schmancy mirror. But this did catch my eye, and of course the colors caught my eye. So I got it. And I am one to always just try new things, and I am very much a creature of habit when it comes to sticking to things that I know works. But at the same time, if I do that, I will never see what else works. So I did try this. I love it. I used this look for my eyes today. So keep watching and you'll see what I do with more of a smokier kind of look that you could use for date night, or a night out with your girls, or if you're me, to go to work, because I do hair, makeup. But see how you like this. If you want to see anything new, or anything in particular when it comes to your hair and makeup, just let me know. So let's get on with it. So I already have my primer, my foundation, and my eyeshadow primer already set. So I'm just gonna go in with the Melissa Michelle palette. I went to Ulta and I did pick this up, but I love the colors. So you have your cheek color, your highlighter, and then I love all these tones in here. They are so pretty, right up my alley for fall. So I'm just gonna go in using the color Wheezy. It's more of a nude tone. And I'm just gonna cover the entire lid, bringing it up, that we have a good base to work off of. Then I'm gonna go in with it's Bing Bing. Yeah, Bing Bing. And that's gonna be a more reddy tone. And I'm gonna put that right in that transition area. And don't worry about any fallout, because if the color does fall out, which it really shouldn't because you have primer on, we didn't yet apply our concealer and set it. So don't worry about that. That's why we do eyes first. Then I'm gonna go in with Alana, which is more of like a purpley tone. It's very pigmented, very dark. So what I'm gonna do with this one is start in my corner. I'm just gonna dab it on the other eye. I like to wipe off the excess, that way I don't put too much on and then I'm trying to blend stuff. It just gets messy. So I'm just gonna go in and keep it a little low and into the crease. I'm just gonna work it in. See down here. I'm not worried about that. So I can clean it up. Now I'm gonna go in using Katie's and Lola. I'm gonna mix them two together. And I'm gonna keep it in towards the inner quarter. And I'm more or less just dabbing. I'm using the same brush for everything. You don't necessarily have to. And I'm just gonna lightly feather it back up into everything else. Now I'm gonna use the tone Harley. I'm actually gonna use more of a blending brush. Go in lightly, dab it, tapping it off. And I'm just gonna keep this right in towards the very corner. And I'm more or less just dabbing it. And I'm keeping it real low, more on the lid, pushing it a little bit in that transition area. Then I'm gonna go back in with Bing Bing with my blending brush, dabbing it off, and I'm gonna go right over top. And that way we still see a little bit more of those red tones, but they're not completely covered. So I'm gonna clean underneath my eye real quick and then apply my concealer, and then I'll set it, and then I'll go back and I'll do my eyeliner and my lashes for you guys. Okay, so I did my concealer and I am currently baking that makeup one underneath. So what I'm gonna do now is apply my lashes. I already did a small little coat of black liner. That way when you put your lashes on, in case there's any gap in between, you're not gonna really notice because that black area will hide any of those problems. It's notorious that sometimes when we put lashes on, we're rushing a little bit, or we're getting impatient from letting the glue dry, or it's moving if you're moving your own eyes. So they do tend to go on your lid a little bit. So this way we're gonna push it right in to our eye. And I just applied a thin coat of glue, and I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, just to where it gets tacky. I'm gonna use my mirror for this, and I'm just gonna place it right on there. I always do the end first, that way I can see that it's on there, and I've cut it to measure, so I know that when I blink it's not going to be too far in and driving me nuts. And I'm just taking my fingers and I'm just lightly pinching my lash and the false lash together. And now I'm going to apply a thin coat of mascara just underneath the base where my lashes are. Typically I do apply my mascara first, that way I don't have to put mascara on the false lash, making them last longer, but I'm only going to do it at the base just so my lashes aren't so blonde. Okay, so now that we have let this bake on underneath our eyes, I'm going to lightly dust it off. And then I'm going to finish off by contouring after I do my eyes, and then I will show you the finished look. So what I'm going to do underneath the eye, because we do want it to pop a little more, is I'm going to go in with more of a chisel brush, and I'm going to use the tone Harley again. I'm going to go right underneath. I'm going to push it right underneath my waterline, right in that lash line. And I'm only keeping this color to the outside of my eye. Then I'm going to use Bing Bing, and I'm going to go directly over that, bringing it down just a little bit more and going in a little further. Then I'm going to do Kate's, which is more of our metallically luminy color. I don't even know if that's a word. And I'm just going to go right over, and I'm almost dragging it right over where I just did those previous darker colors. That way it makes them pop a little more. Now I'm going to take a regular clean brush with nothing on it, and I'm just going to lightly go over and soften that edge a little bit more. And there is our eye look, but I am going to go in and finish off contouring and putting my blush and highlighter on, and then I will be back to show you the finished look. So here is our finished look. It is definitely more of a eye-popping kind of look. You can see all the tones in there. This is good for a night out and date night if you want to get a little sassy with your look. But I hope you guys did like this look. If you want to see anything else, subscribe to my channel below, give it a thumbs up, and comment if you want to see anything different as far as hair or makeup. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay beautiful and have a good day.